Monday night is fashion night, fashion police. Here we go again. Part two of the brand ambassadors. And of course, I'm joined by my brutal fashion police experts here.
I'm brutal. She's beautiful.
Stop.
You're both a little brutal, let's face it. Let's face it. First of all, I want to pick up on what somebody said something here in the chat about doing something on a TV series at some point, maybe Mad Men. I think that's an excellent idea. We should do that. Roger Sterling and the whole crowd. Tom Draper and the various characters.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that. Also,
have you both watched that show in its entirety or more than once?
I've watched it all the way through, but no, I haven't restarted it. It's something that needs to be done.
Totally. I redid it, and it was better the second time around. It was even better.
Have you seen it, Michaela?
Yes, I have seen majority of it. Sorry, my phone's going off in the background here.
Don't worry.
Yeah, I've seen the majority of it, but I will polish up for this because I love that show for a few reasons, but the style is one of them.
Yeah.
And that is something that I'm weak for in shows. When the style is engaging, I will continue to watch.
Oh, geez, you must love that show then. Watch your microphone there, darling. When you turn right, it gets dragged. I used to always do that too. What are we wearing this evening? I assume Dirk is doing Speedy as always. Beautiful. Let's have a look. Why not? Just love that bracelet.
The bracelet is
gorgeous. I'm doing the AP, the green. Irish green for an Irish boy.
You almost have to wear that green shirt to go with it because it's perfect match.
I know, it is crazy. It's got a spooky perfect.
Yeah, it's spooky perfect.
What are you wearing,
Michaela?
I'm just wearing the Cartier today.
Oh, beautiful.
Beautiful, nice.
Sorry.
Bleu.
Everything's blowing up in the background. 1 second.
Not to worry. Tonight, guys, we're going to look at the watches and the style and fashion, as always, of various brand ambassadors. We did last week. We did part one, went through various characters, but I think we've left the best to last. There's Sean in the house there, all the way from Los Angeles, California. You guys should be on Bravo or E.
Speaking of Sean, he got his a new pair of Cortez. I saw it at the end of Tim's stream last night. Beautiful blue Cortez, stunning. So congratulations on those.
Congrats.
Those are really
beautiful.
well-made men's shoes, just in case anyone's not familiar. But
Yeah, I saw them. They were both in sacks, right? In like their own bags.
What the ones do. Those are called dust bags.
Yeah, gorgeous stuff. I need to get on.
Stuff comes in a box and a bag and the goodies. The good stuff always has goodies, doesn't it?
Always.
High-end stuff.
Always. We are starting this evening. We're coming in hard. Let's do. I just have to separate this page. Let's come in hard with Roger Federer.
Raj.
Let me see. Full window, please. Thank you. For Rolex, of course. Credit to Watch Enthusiast here for this article, which has pretty much everything. Roger has been their man now for many years. Let's start out with his simple green dial Oyster Perpetual.
Perfect for Wimbledon.
Matching his green there on his top.
He doesn't lose or miss a beat. Look at that haircut too. Oh God, it's amazing how he started out with the long hair, with the ponytail, little man bun, and no style, and evolved. His evolution, his fashion and style evolution, is something to behold because he just turned into this regal ambassador from kind of a spunky kid.
Yeah, gorgeous. Very classy. Very classy. Looking good.
Very simple. Yeah, I mean, I consider the OP maybe the kind of perfect Rolex. Just keep it simple, keep it classy, keep it stylish. I love so many other Rolex models, but everything feels like a variation on this.
Sure.
You know?
It's the standard, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the simple DNA that you find throughout the entire or most of the catalog. And that's a hard one to get there, the green, at least from the authorized dealer. It's hard. Goes for over retail even today.
Wow.
Retails for $61.50. Find it for around $9. Even now that things have softened, 8.5, $9. Of course, during the spike early last year, these things were going for well up in the high teens. Moving on, here's another one. He's got the yellow. This is even harder to get, actually. And that's sexy. That's nice. Very bright and summery.
It's hard to pull off yellow.
Yeah, and if you're gonna have a bold color like that, the rest of the piece is so simple that it works. It really does.
Mm-hmm.
If there was a lot going on, it probably would be hard to look at, but because it isn't, it looks pretty good. And yeah, yellow is hard to pull off.
Yeah, they're saying it's $20,000 here. That may be at the time of this publication, because it actually goes for $61.50. They're all the same price, but depending on the dial variation, of course, the price is going to vary on the market. The Tiffany, of course, being the one that everybody wants and still goes for triple retail, although it was going for 6 or 7 times retail during the spike last year. Gorgeous watch. Look, the thing about these loud dials from Rolex is they're a statement. They're a statement. They're just like, it's bold. They know it. You can see it across the room. They know it's a mustardy yellow, and on pretty much anything else it would be ugly. But there's something beautiful ugly about these, you know?
That should be nicknamed the French's, because it looks like French's standard yellow American mustard.
Ah, right.
Well,
they were onto the
Batman. Wear the Batman. Oh, look at that! A Batman on a oyster.
On the oyster, the original way it came.
Yeah.
The actual Batman, of course, a lot of people call the other one the Batgirl. And yeah, I mean, it looks great on him. I'm gonna go ahead and assume this guy has everything in the Rolex catalog. I mean, did they just send him a big case with absolutely everything?
They send him one of everything. I'm sure he goes to Geneva and they just say here, and take a tour and lunch. I'm sure he gets one of everything when it comes out. He has to. He's Roger. He's the king.
I like it. This looks pretty good. I wish we could see a little more of his style, but I understand this is like him at work, so I get it.
Roger,
his hair is looking good. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna move on to
but
his
hair
style
looks
in just
good,
a second. You know, we can come back and forth. Let's move over to his style and come back to the watches.
Wow,
his
that's
effortless off-court style.
That is pure Halston. Look at that. 1974 Halston with the tall turtleneck, incredible, like oblong aviator-esque, and that beautifully draped. What would you call that? Marrone. Look at that. It's a kind of a brown.
You can tell if it's brown or burgundy or deep burgundy. Plum, maybe, yeah.
That is good, gorgeous. Look at
that really works. And this looks like it was taken in the fall too, so he's got that autumn style down.
So great. Look at Roger go. Look at that turtleneck is so tall. He's got a long neck, so he can pull that off. You know,
I like his sunglasses as well.
Oh, me too.
Do they kind of match the burgundy or maroon, whatever it is? It looks kind of like they do. It's a nice touch.
This was thought out. Look at the fabric on that jacket. Wow.
This is him very young, huh?
Yeah, he just didn't have his... You know what? Go by his eyebrows. Roger Federer has the best eyebrows in the world. But when he was young, he had kind of a bit of a kind of Dracula unibrow. He really settled into his handsomeness because he's quite handsome now. But back then, look at this horrible tie. This horrible.
That is gross.
Look at the fit.
I was scared to say anything. I don't know with you, Pergo, but I was like, that
we
is
want to hear
terrible.
We want to hear it anyway. Honestly, that's.
This is.
It reminds me of a dolphin. Just the gray, shiny.
Yeah, what do you call that? It's like a little bit of a moire. It looks like something a mafia don would wear. The
Yeah, and you
jacket
know,
is ill-fitting.
yeah. And you know, the thing is, this doesn't mean that all gray shimmery ties are bad or anything like that.
They're not.
It just depends on the entire package, okay? In its entirety, it's not working, but
Yeah.
He's growing up. Look,
He's
we're
growing
witnessing
up.
it.
that's such a cute preppy look. The shirt
Yeah.
looks a little thin, like you can see his undershirt. Like I
Yeah.
don't mean like the collar, but you can see the folds of it
It's
underneath.
very sheer.
Yeah. But it's cute. That's very like frat boy.
Does it say whose sweater that is? Is it like Moschino or is that
No,
it's
he's just
Armani?
Armani. That's the
Mm.
show, so I assume he's wearing it. I like his simple little belt there. You guys were saying recently, always
Great.
wear a belt.
Always wear a belt. And you know who can pull if you've got a tab front pant and you're a very, very slim guy with a really cinched waist, then it can look casual and sexy with just a button up with a pair of slacks. It can look good. But for the most part, I recommend a belt at all times. He's got a braided belt though. Those come very in and very out in style.
The
So
braided belt?
yeah.
You said, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, so in this particular context with this with the shirt, the sweater, it's perfect.
That's really nice with the shirt under it, because if there wasn't a shirt, that would be a really low V, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be too low.
Yeah.
The shirt
Yeah.
fills it
It's
out.
kind of like it
But
was made
nice.
for that.
Yeah. Really nice. Let's go back to watches for just a minute. For all our watch nerds, we already saw the Batman. Fantastic, iconic. Can't argue with that. Now he has the lefty version, the VTNR, which was just released last year. This watch gave me a headache when I first saw it because it's all backwards. But it's you would love it, Dirk, because you're a lefty and you wear your watch on the right. He's
Right.
wearing it on the left. A lot of guys do. They just love the peculiar nature of it.
Yeah.
What do we think?
Well, I mean, it's a lefty and he's wearing it on his left hand. It's weird.
Yeah, how's he wind it? He's got to take it off.
I mean, it's just the way that I do it, and I do this, or take it off, which is often the case. You take it off.
Yeah. It's a weird watch. I gave it a hard time. Now that I'm getting used to it, I suppose it's okay. It probably looks really blingy and beautiful in real life.
sure
It's hard
it
to know with these green as well. Green doesn't photograph so well. You never know what the green really looks like until you see it in the flesh. What do you think of it, Michaela? Do you like that watch?
I'm not crazy about it.
Mm.
It's giving me a little too much to look at, while also looking at the same time very like industrial at the same time. So I don't know if I'm a fan
Those
of
big
it.
numerals, is that what it
Yeah,
is? Yeah.
It's bulky, but I don't know. I don't hate it. I don't feel strongly about it either way. I don't mind it, but it is a little odd to see it on the opposite side. You're right. My eyes are confused right now, but I get it.
This is a platinum day date, but this is an odd one because it's got these big funny numerals and a chemin de fer.
Yeah,
Looks like a record, a vinyl record.
it does.
It's a very odd one. It's in platinum, of course, so one of the heaviest watches they make. And very pricey, naturally. I think there are a lot more handsome platinum day dates out there. I'll pull one up.
That's a rather ugly watch. It's kind of
Yeah, they've managed. Isn't it funny? Like just a couple of details, and you can fuck a watch completely. It's really funny to me. It's a bit like messing with an audio mix. You just touch a few buttons, and the entire song sounds shit all of a sudden.
sure.
So if you're looking at these, let's go to the 40 mil because that's what he has for sure. This website is a lump of shit as always. Love it.
What's up with their website?
It's mad slow, and they did a revamp on it. Like even that's rose gold. There's the platinum. That's the one everybody wants because it's got that icy blue dial, the Roman numerals. That might be the perfect day date, the most desirable day date right there.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
I mean, that thing is going to sparkle from across the room. You can't get diamonds in the bezel.
Woohoo!
Yeah. And look, all the different configurations. Just, I mean, green just fall over gorgeous.
Yeah, it is. That's a nice green compared to the OP, which is very garish.
Yes, well, these are the more subtle
Sunburst
greens, the sunburst, rather than the
flat,
just the
matte,
gloss.
weird. That's
glossy,
just like there's no contrast other than the hands. The numbers look like an afterthought. It's almost like, why did they put a fluted bezel on that? It's like
it's classic cheeky numerals, because see, they go upside down. See, the 6 is completely upside down. It looks like a 9.
Yeah,
it's as if you're supposed to be chasing it around it like it's a racetrack or something. They have that on the racing Daytonas as well. It's very Rolex cheeky. I love when watch brands are cheeky and playful a little bit. They're messing around with stuff that's worth so much money, but they get to be like little boys sometimes. AP do that a shitload. It's just one of the reasons I love them.
Sure.
But I mean, out of all the day dates I've ever seen, I'm not into it.
No. It's a one-off too, because I've never seen that watch before, and we'll probably never see it again. $76,000.
Well, it's platinum, dude. That's the price. I mean, if you could. I mean, they go for a little bit more. Last year, they were going for probably double. They're still up there. The precious metal watches now have kind of softened down to almost retail, except for the ones that are impossible to get, like the John Mayer or the Rainbow Daytona or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, dude, it's a hunk of platinum. The whole thing, the bracelet, the entire thing. So, what do you expect?
It's not giving anything special.
No, there was a lack of color, lack of pop. Let's move back to his amazing style. Oh, god damn it. What is that jacket?
It's really dated. I'll tell you that much. Oof.
Yeah, with the jeans. But what was a good choice though is, even though he's wearing denim, for it to kind of match the tone and color of his jacket that way. Because if it's too blue when you're wearing a suit jacket or an odd jacket, and then you're just wearing blue jeans, it can look a little like that's just not how people dress anymore. Dated is exactly the right word for it.
Reminds me
but
of
this kind of works better. It works a little better than blue jeans.
This is before Mirka, right? I'm imagining, because this is him maybe going to a club. This is during that whole monochromatic phase for menswear. And believe it or not, it was started by Regis Philbin. Do you remember Regis Philbin? He's now deceased, but he was the host of a morning show and presenter, right? And he was also the host of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. He started a fashion trend with the monochrome. It was all the rage about 12, 15 years ago, which I'm assuming this is then, because this after Mirka, his style became a little bit more dazzling when he got married. Because he wasn't, he was conferring with the designers and the stylists.
You say Mirka like you know her personally or whatever. You're like,
well, I'm such a giant Roger fan, and I followed his career since he started.
I was there scanning things that it could possibly be. Like, did he catch Mirka? Is this some sort of skin condition? Like, I'm trying to go through all the different things that Mirka could be. You're just like, is this pre or post Mirka?
We measure time and before, Mirka after.
Yeah, he really did change quite a bit. I mean, and he also didn't win as much.
By the way, those sunglasses earlier might be Oliver Peoples, according to the original OC. Okay, because he's a brand ambassador.
Oh, he is. Oh, well, then they have to be. Wow.
Keep going, because I'm just scanning the chat here.
I can't off the top of my head say what that pattern on that jacket is, other than I think it's hideous.
It's like micro houndstooth.
Yeah, it's like micro houndstooth. Yeah, I don't like it at all, because I love a beautiful houndstooth. It also looks as if the edges are unfinished.
Yeah, the sleeves do need to be tailored a little. They're bunching quite a bit.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't want them to be so tight that you can't move your arms at all. So you have to have some movement. Yeah. But one thing, a redeeming quality he personally has is you can just see how charming he is. He just oozes charisma in this photo.
Right. Carolyn Martin is correct. I mean,
Sorry.
considering that Anna Wintour is is one of his best friends, and she is notoriously icy. I mean,
Yes.
has anyone seen the September issue
Yes.
documentary? I mean, she's, they made The Devil Wears Prada is based on her. She's an icy person, not easy to know, and she's like best friends with Roger. She's at every match the guy ever played.
It's a
Crazy.
nice friend to have. Watch
Mad.
It's Brian. Thanks very fucking much, man. Look at him. Oh, vote for Dirk and Michaela. Not for me. Good to see you in the room, man. Let's move on. This is nice. I mean, yeah, jeans kind of cheap in it. They
He's
bring
at
it
the
down, yeah, it's down a level or two, but they're nice jeans. Shit, I wouldn't say no.
Sure.
At a Versace show in 2009. Okay, here we go. Now he's getting fucking really steely handsome now, isn't he?
Yeah, it's crazy. He's got the best eyebrows in the business. Jesus.
And they're right down over his eyes, like they're just.
Yeah, he's got very deep set eyes.
Yeah,
He
really
does.
deep set. Yeah,
Which can look. I mean, technically, people who are like premature births have deep set eyes, or people with a little bit of Down syndrome. Not to get technical, but
Hey.
that happens.
What are you
But
trying to say?
I'm just
What are you
saying,
trying to say? I have deep set eyes too. What the fuck?
not deep like that.
Not that bad.
You know,
no.
almost there. He's got hollows there. They're so far back, and they're so brooding. And they're amber too. He doesn't have like regular classic brown eyes. They're kind of like amber.
They're light. They're hazel a little bit. Yeah,
His nose is a bit crooked too. He's just a square jaw. It's got a Batman jaw.
That collar is really interesting. It's like 2 layers. What's going on?
I have one of those. That was big, and I'm going to say this is about 2011, 2012. I remember when the double collars were coming out in a couple of shirt makers like Charles Hewitt and Pink. A lot of people were selling those. I bought one. I wore it once. I never wore it again because I thought it looked a little Lord Fauntleroy.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't.
Well,
love it.
the ties, I'm not a fan of that. But
Because it's so thin, it should follow the rules for a 1950s like Brooks Brothers cut. And none of that is happening here. It comes part and parcel with a particular look, and that shirt ruins it. It's not tied correctly, and once again, he's monochromed out.
Yeah, maybe if he had just like a wider tie on the top, if that had fit that whole gap there, it might just make it come together. But due to that skinniness, minus points. Obviously, he makes up for it,
by being
with his looks. But since we are addressing the style, that's not really working.
You're right about the Batman jaw. I didn't notice that.
Total Batman jaw.
Yeah, he could wear that mask, and that's exactly the jaw they want, right?
If he could act.
If he could act.
And he can't, because I saw that short film and it was terrible.
Here he is at the Oscars.
Well then. Well.
How we feeling there? Nice shoes.
Everything is cut to pieces. Look at that. Perfect pant cut. Perfect cinch at the waist. Absolutely ridiculous.
He probably gets if he fucks up on anything, he probably gets a nasty call when he gets home from Anna Wintour going, I saw that disaster tonight.
She's
what
with
the
him.
hell? What? Yeah, right.
She's with him. Believe me, she's with him. Look at the shoes. Let's talk about men's shoes for a minute. Now, traditionally, when a man wears a tuxedo, the shoes are actually called pumps. When you think about pumps, you think about a woman in high heel shoes. But it's not so, because it comes from back in the French days with, aristocracy. The men's shoes are generally patent leather loafers with little to no heel. That was the traditional shoe for a tuxedo. Of course, it's very fey, and I would not recommend it. What Roger's wearing here is a masculine shoe. It's in patent leather, but it's absolutely a man shoe. It's got a wide, it's girthy. It's got a nice heel. It's a little chunky. It's fantastic. And those are lace-ups. Beautiful. I think that's
beautiful.
I have a pair of Gucci shoes that look exactly like that, and they're my favorite shoes, and I've had them forever, and I love them.
He looks perfect. Those shoes perfect. The cinch waist perfect. If you're gonna wear a dinner suit or a tux, that's how you do it.
Does it say whose tuxedo that is on the photograph?
Yeah, let me go check. Sorry, I'm just doing something else technical here. The 88th Annual Academy Awards. That's it. No more.
Oh, too bad.
No more
Well, look at
info
the
on
style.
this.
It looks very Armani. It's very simple tailoring, classic tailoring. I mean, the fit is just. It looks like he went to the tailor this afternoon because it's perfect for him at this very moment. Perfect shirt, perfect tie. Those are my favorite tuxedo ties. I don't like them too big, too small, too exaggerated. I hate when they have the sloppy front doesn't match the back. I think that's perfect. Really beautiful.
Agreed. Very sharp.
Yeah.
Let's move back to watches. We're spending a lot of time on Roger, but it's really interesting. Some beautiful. Oh shit, man! This is that's a Grail watch for me.
Sure.
I was about to get one in London a year and a half ago, 2 years
What a
ago.
combination of colors. It's beautiful.
And I was back then. I wasn't even a Day-Date fan, but I saw that thing, rose gold, with the olive green dial. Since then, I have a few friends in the watch space who got one. I regret not getting it. It was, I think, at the time, it was when I got the Daytona. That was I think it was 38 in euros, like 40 in dollars, and this thing was like 50 in dollars, 55. And then the spike hit, and this thing went up to 100 grand. But it's back down, not quite at 55 yet, but just, I don't know, just an amazing, amazing watch. Let me see if I can find that configuration.
It's one of the most classic, beautiful Rolexes of all time. It really is. It's beautiful. That color is, oosh, Lord. Yeah, can you create it here?
Yeah, I'm going to go do it now. Again, these websites, it's all graphics, really. So it's hard to, but I'll go Ever Rose Gold. That's it right there. We don't want diamond set. And there it is, olive green.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not a Roman numeral guy at all, but I do like it on this particular.
oh, on that one, it's beautiful because they're all edged. They're all angled edges.
Yeah.
So, like, for example, 10 reflects differently as you move your arm. You know, it's just like the fluted bezel does. It has chemin de fer, but it's not too busy. There's no loom, which I think is much more classic Day-Date. Putting loom on a Day-Date is not cool, in my opinion. It's supposed to be old-fashioned.
Right.
You know, loom is gimmicky sometimes, even though it sells a lot of
Sports
watches.
watchy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're on everything now. It's very fossil.
So yeah, I mean, they retail for 45, but you ain't getting one for. You're not getting one for retail. You're not getting the call for that watch unless you're someone.
So if you went to Simone and you said, "Put me on the list for that,"
Simone is not an authorized dealer.
no, he's not.
No. In fact, being hanging around Simone is potentially jeopardizing my relationship with the authorized dealers, because Simone is Paul Thorpe, Italian version. He's not Paul because he's retired now, but he's a grey market dealer. He buys the watches off the gondolieri and the taxi drivers the moment they get them from the authorized dealer.
Okay.
They got the call. They pick them up. They say thanks very much, and they walk straight to Simone and go, "Hey, give me $2,000 more than I paid." You know. So this is another Day-Date in rose gold, but this time diamond set and looks like chocolate dial. How are we feeling about that? Is that getting a little bit feminine?
I think it's kind of ugly.
I like it.
You do? Maybe for a girl. I think it is a little bit feminine.
Maybe,
I don't mind those
that's fair.
diamonds. The diamond indices are pretty there. They're very simple and pretty, aren't they? Yeah, for a lady, yeah. I don't have a problem
That's it
with that.
there.
I'd like to see that on you, Michaela. I think that would be pretty.
I'd like to see that on me too.
Oh, no,
You hear
that's-
that, everybody? She'd like to see it on you.
That was sticks, but anyway, yeah, we got the point. Gorgeous. Let's move back to his style again for a second. We'll move off Roger in a minute. There's plenty more people to look at. We saw this, but there's the full photo, which we didn't see before.
Wow. Go back to the shoes. God, I'm loving his style with shoes. Look at those. Those are like a mid-height. They're almost a boot. Look at that. Look at the
beautiful.
shine on those. My God. Right. And the pants, gentlemen. if you're gonna have a pant, look at the cut and look at the cuff. It's absolutely exactly where it's supposed to be. It's perfection. Now you're saying it looks a little drapey. It's the way he's standing. If he stood straight, that thing would be stick straight. It would be perfect, tailored within an inch of his life. And that fabric, whatever that is just absolutely incredible. It says on the bottom, it's Chanel. How many times do you ever see a guy with Chanel menswear and it's beautiful? Wow, look at that.
Yeah, I really like the detailing, the etching on the shoe if you zoom in. That's really pretty because it's not standing out too much, but it's a nice little detail. And yeah, it is definitely a little drapey. It's not the most tightly tailored, but for him and his body, it's working.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like kind of a relaxed fall kind of
so perfect.
autumn style.
It's perfectly tailored. Look at that.
Yeah. Do you remember Nick Jonas's in the Wimbledon, I think?
Yeah.
His suit that was overly tailored. It was
overly tailored. Yeah.
No, you can be more tailored than this and it's fine. It's just that when it's too fitted, you kind of look like a bodybuilder wearing a suit. Not that that's a bad thing, you know, but when it's just like you're like vacuum sealed into it, it doesn't look as
vacuum sealed.
You know what I mean? Like the food saver, whatever that was called.
It's perfect.
Yeah, it doesn't
perfect
look
analogy.
It doesn't look as what's the word? Effortlessly chic.
Yeah, this is effortless here. It's effortless.
It is indeed.
Beautiful. This is the winner so far. Just outrageous.
Let's move over to someone else here. We've got Ryan Reynolds, who's an ambassador for Piaget of all brands. Can you believe it?
He's got no belt on there.
Seems a little light for him, but he's wearing the polo here. It's a relatively new release. I'll give you a look at what the watch looks like.
He's a fun guy. He seems got a great sense of humor.
Super funny. Oh my god, guy. There you go. What do you think of that?
I think that's good looking. I like it.
I think it's Patek Philippe-esque.
It is. A little bit Gerald Genta-esque.
It's a bit Genta, yeah. I think so. He's got beautiful hands. I didn't realize that. Wow.
We knew that. That's why we got a close-up shot.
Holy crap, he's got beautiful hands. He's an all-around. Everybody loves Ryan Reynolds, don't they? Everyone loves him. He's funny. He can act. He's got style. He's in great shape.
He's especially funny. He's funnier than your average funny guy. He's extremely witty, and he makes fun of his kids, and he hates his kids. Like he plays that role and so on, and it's really fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm not crazy about with that guy is his voice. He has a kind of a squeaky voice up there. It's like, ugh.
Wow, that was pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty new.
Yeah, it's a little nasally.
Yeah, we hear it Mint Mobile. Yeah, it's not that great. It's non-stop, by the way, commercials in America for his mobile company.
Yeah.
He owns a cellular network.
If anybody uses Mint Mobile, let us know in the chat. I don't think anybody does. Who uses Mint Mobile?
Didn't he sell it for some... He stayed on as CEO, and he sold the percentage of it for an exorbitant amount of money?
Maybe that was his plan the whole time.
Yeah, I think
popularized it with his, status, and then sold
he had his gin, aviation gin and shit like that.
Yeah, he's quite the entrepreneur. These are not. Oh God, look at that! Is that a Moser?
Piaget.
That's Piaget.
It looks very Moser though. Well spotted. But no, this is Piaget. It's an Altiplano.
Wow, they really went close to. He's got beautiful hands. Wow. So elegant.
You said that before.
I know, but hey,
you fall like in love with his hands. You're like me.
I mean,
I love good hands.
His arms making the shirt look really great too.
Yeah,
right. He's doing a little bit.
He's
of
really
bicep.
filling out that shirt nicely.
He sure is. Well, the guy is in fantastic shape.
Oh yeah,
takes well care of himself.
Let's take a look at his style. He's at an event here. Let's take a look at the stuff he's wearing at some premiere. Some Netflix. What are we thinking of this? This is a wide pinstripe, yeah.
Oh, I have lots to say. Should I let Michaela go first?
I don't like. You guys go.
Let's let you begin, Dirk. I want to hear you.
Okay, so it looks like he bought that suit in the in the boys' department. It's so short. Look how short that jacket is. See, this is a ticket pocket. This is a Brit classic Savile Row cut suit in a pinstripe. looks almost chalk stripe, but look how short the jacket is. It's just about. It's like just mid crotch, which looks like it's like a 38 short. I would imagine. See, he's taller than you think. He's probably a 42 long, but this looks quite short on him. I think it's a misstep. I think Hugh Jackman. I don't like that color. What would you call it? Eggplant?
It almost
Periwinkle?
looks, yeah, it almost looks slightly periwinkle to me.
Yeah.
Little blue.
I think Ryan's beard is a little unkempt. It should be trimmed all the way on the bottom a little bit more.
You know,
It's a little high.
it's giving Hugo Boss a little bit, I'm gonna be honest.
I know.
And I feel like it's not easy to pull off the striped suit like that now. I
He's
think
got the body for it. It's just
it's just easy for it to look a little bit old-fashioned. And there's nothing wrong with old-fashioned, but
no.
you got to be very particular in every detail of what you're wearing if you're going to do that, because otherwise people are going to roast you on Watch Fashion Police. So
Tim writes in the room, $5. Cheers, Oisin and the crew. Watch Fashion Police. What is this? WWC to everyone in the chat. And upvote and become members. Keep the watch talk going. Thank you so much, man. Daniel Katz, 279. Plus Ryan is Canadian. Yes, I think Daniel said something earlier. Yes, sorry. When engaging Dirk talks, people listen.
Wow.
That's like E.F. Hutton. It's like the old
E.F. Hutton talks, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, he
guys.
sold Mint Mobile. Does anybody in the crew know what he sold it for? He's very, very wealthy now.
Diego M, $2. You must do Mad Men one day. The gold reverse. So yeah, we'll get on to it, man. That's going to be a lot of fun to do that.
What's
Thank you
really
for the
fun
super
is
chat,
that I
Diego.
have Don Draper's DeVille in the house, and I'll wear it that night.
Oh, that would be
Yes.
perfect.
Yeah.
Original OC, you're obviously late to the show because we already did the wristwatch check, but thanks for the reminder. Let's have a look at more of this. So how are we feeling? What about the shoes here, guys?
Well,
Why
he's
is he wearing high waters?
Yeah, those are horrible. And he's wearing a mid-cut boot. Don't like those. Ryan's shoes are beautiful. They're Cordovan, and Cordovan is gorgeous. For anybody who doesn't know, that's that deep brown maroon finish. It's often very, very high polished, gorgeous Cordovan shoes. He's got a cuff. He's rocking the cuff. The pants is cut correctly. Beautiful cut. The only problem I have with that whole look is that jacket is so short. He looks like boys department or he's a waiter. It's a little bolero for my taste.
What about this?
It's a little.
Let's see the shoes. Can you scroll down a little tiny bit, please?
Ooh, I hate all of this. Too neutral.
The shoes look messed up or something.
Yeah.
Worn in.
So,
From
yeah.
which drifter's corpse did he procure those shoes?
I honestly think that, if you look at the color of his shirt and everything,
Yeah.
it's a little bit washing him out.
Yeah.
It's probably not his color palette.
No.
And I think wearing neutral colors can look very classy, really great. But
Sure.
in this case, combining it with the gray, look at his face. He looks like he's a little bit gray. That's what happens when you wear the wrong colors for your skin tone. It will make you kind of look like a corpse. And you'll know it's hard to just look at some sheet and it's like, what color am I? Am I a summer? Am I spring? I say just when you wear something, look at yourself. And if your skin looks dead and gray, then it's not your color. But it's not a foolproof method, but it's better than nothing. The jacket's okay, but I just think in combination with everything.
I like the little fall coat. I like it, but I just think everything else is just too mauve, too drab. It's too samey. I think those pants are pleated. They look like
it's
they're
making him
pleated.
look, kind of whiter on the hips.
It gives you bozo ass. When you wear a pleated pant, and this is a guy that's thin, lean to muscular, and if it doesn't look good on Ryan Reynolds, guys, it definitely doesn't look good on you. FYI.
You're cruel, man. You're cruel, but you're right. Like those pants, they're triangular shaped.
I mean, it's
Yeah, they're not doing him any favors physically. It does
No.
make it look like he almost has feminine hips a little, and we
Yeah.
know he doesn't.
No.
And that's the thing
No.
is that's why we talk about certain little particular things when it comes to the fit, and we're really picky about it. It's not because we want to, make fun of people's efforts. It's just that there are ways to look really good and there are ways to accidentally look really bad, and that's what's happening.
Especially when you're worth $1.3 billion now.
Benzo 499. I've
That's
always
all.
wanted to have a useless trivia contest with Dirk. But when it comes to the suit category, Dirk would crush me. Hi, Michaela.
Hi, Benzo.
Yes, moving on. There we go. He
Yeah,
looks good
he's
there.
dead.
Come on.
It's the
But
same
his skin,
session.
but his skin, you see how sickly he looks?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean that he doesn't have nice facial features and everything. Even though I always thought he had kind of a small, face. I don't know how to explain it.
I
But
get what you're saying.
He's a good-looking guy. Like, I'm not saying at all.
He
he's
works
not.
well with what he's got, and
Yeah.
he's handsome as the sum is better than its parts, because he's got funny little Dondi eyes, and he's got kind of a pointy Fred Astaire chin, but somehow it all works together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gives him a character.
Yeah.
Is he
But,
wearing
yeah,
a Speedy there? A Dark Side of the Moon or a racing Speedy in black?
I don't
Looks
think
like
so.
it. No?
Oh, I wish we knew. That's the same session as before. Oh no.
Yes.
Yodelay,
That is
yodelay,
bad.
yodelay, 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 yodelay. Yeah, this is hard.
That is
Aw,
really
he
fucking
tried
bad.
so hard. I feel so bad. This is a great effort outfit, but
Now this looks like he might be serving you coffee at her Viennese coffee house.
honestly, that would look like such a perfect uniform. It would look so good.
Yeah,
A little
he's
bit.
in the Viennese court. Please say this is for a role, because that is just hideous.
Yeah, it's costumey a little.
Let's see if it
I'm
says
gonna say
anything
that
here.
color though, that color to be nice, to say something nice, is a good color for him, I
Yeah, it
think.
suits him.
Because look at his face. His features are standing out a little more. He looks a little healthier.
It's true.
The little detailing's a bit much. I don't know. I feel bad, but
Nice shoes.
3-piece suit always
Oh
feels
shit!
festive.
Look at the shoes. Brunello Cucinelli.
Yeah.
That's who the shoes are. Those shoes are beautiful. His stuff is so pricey. Oh man.
Yeah, they just opened a store around the corner from me here. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah, his stuff
I
is.
need to go in there with like 30 grand to drop.
Did you say? Does it say who made the suit? Cotton Oxblood Moleskine. Moleskine. No.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not
he looks
into
like
that
a waiter.
look.
it's a little bit
Cavaliere.
like dressing up to see your grandma on Christmas and be like a cute little grandson, and she's like, "Oh my goodness, he looks so cute." You know, when you dress a little kid up in a suit around the holidays. I don't know if you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about, but
when they refer
but-
to you as Master O'Malley.
Yeah, and
Master
they're so little and cute, and the overdone
Yeah.
thing is like adorable. But then when you're this old, probably not.
He has that quality, that little boy, smiley, cute quality, and that's
I
maybe
know.
why
I
it
think
might
that's
work
why I
for him.
feel bad.
Yeah.
I think that's why I feel bad about
It's terrible.
being mean. I feel like I'm saying this to a child a little bit, but
Yeah, it's terrible. Sorry, Ryan.
yeah, no.
Yeah,
I want to
Maybe
say
not.
the tie's okay though.
yeah, Ty's all right.
What the hell's going on here? And he has that
That-
same watch on. I don't know what that watch is. It looks
Oh.
like a Speedy, man.
It's campy though. It looks too bulbous, and
It could be the sapphire crystal, but I don't know. I'll look it up. I'll see. I mean, maybe it's Piaget. Maybe they have one that.
oh, it
looks just
probably
like-
is.
Yeah.
Or this could be before. This just looks like he went to Tommy Bahama and picked
Yeah.
everything off the rack. Pleated pants again.
Dirk, is that considered a bomber jacket, or is it just made to look
No,
like
that's
Letterman jacket?
it's a varsity jacket.
Varsity is Letterman jacket or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, it's
yeah,
that.
got
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yeah, the bomber jacket's a little bit thicker.
Yeah, I
It's-
mean, yeah, that's a bomber jacket is generally leather, usually leather with
Okay,
fur
okay.
or faux fur collar and trim. This is classic varsity, which will work
Yeah.
if you didn't wear the Tommy Bahama shirt, which is his.
Yeah, the geometrical thing is
Yeah.
it's a lot. It's a lot. It's like
In the tiki, tiki,
paisley
tiki,
and
tiki,
geometrical
tiki room, the tiki, tiki,
combined.
tiki,
My
tiki,
eyes are
tiki
burning.
room. Yeah.
And yeah,
So
the
do
pleated
what-
pants. And what shoes did he wear? What do we see that?
Oh,
Those
he
are-
likes to wear oxblood. Okay.
Those are okay.
Yeah, they're
I
okay. They're a little
appreciate
worn.
that.
Yeah, that's his thing. Okay.
I
Little pop of
appreciate
color
dress
down at the
shoes.
bottom.
Yeah, they're a little worn. He likes a mid boot cut. The pants look almost like athletic pants, like they're Adidas or right? Don't they look like they're some kind of stretchy, like for your workout?
A little
The
bit, yeah.
pants. Yeah.
Yeah,
The joggers. No,
yeah. They
not
look
quite.
like there's some kind of athletic pant. Yeah, not good, not good, Ryan.
And one last one from
Oh
Ryan,
my
and we'll
gosh,
move on
stop
to
it
someone
right
else.
now. Are you kidding me? Get this off the screen. Is that a denim? I swear I had something like that in like 2014 when I was like a teenager. Not cute. I'm talking about the little denim thing underneath. The little denim vest thing.
Wow.
Am I crazy? Is that denim?
It's
oh my gosh.
denim. It's crinkly, old, washed out denim with brassy. It's
Oh my goodness.
God, with layering. Oh, layers. Oh, gentlemen, we need to talk about layers. You know who did layers? Well, Roger. Beautiful. This is a travesty.
You know, the suit itself isn't so bad. I just don't know why he had to do something so crazy underneath.
Pleated pant again. Single pleat. The shoes are great. They look like they could be Ferragamo or I love that chunky heel. It's so masculine. Sporting a full Brunello Cucinelli look. Okay, Brunello. I would have left the Wrangler vest at home though.
It's a very flamboyant. It's very flamboyant. It does not go with the rest.
Do you know Brunello Cucinelli is so expensive, and this really does not look like an expensive outfit. It looks like he could have got it at Banana Republic, and I like Banana Republic because they steal all the best designs and they have great stuff on their rack. But this just looks like the whole ensemble was $150, and that's the no belt with a no tab. That's the complete reason why you wear a belt, because I don't want to see where you fasten your pants. Single pleat mess. Hideous. I hate it.
Yeah,
Let's
and
move over to one of the girls for a moment. We've got Jennifer Lawrence doing Longines,
Look at her.
representing Longines, wearing this beautiful. It looks like a little moon phase. Ooh, sexy,
Oh,
beautiful.
that's
Oh,
beautiful.
yeah.
Well, isn't she ridiculous though? Isn't everything
Yeah,
about her?
she's pretty stunning. Yeah.
Look at her skin. My
she
God.
reminds me of like a dove.
She's like a dove.
She's very delicate features, but she's very beautiful. She's just
super
got a
beautiful.
certain look. You know, like I believe it's Anya Taylor-Joy. She's got a very
Yeah.
specific look
Mhm.
that
Yes.
makes her so beautiful. And I think Jennifer Lawrence has the same thing. I mean, not that she looks the same, but she's got a very unique face and
You
the
see her
hooded
trying
eyes and all
to.
that.
You can see her trying to keep the watch in the shot. Look, she's almost doing what I do there, play with the chin, but she's gone for deeper into closer to the neck. It's got to be hard. Like that's a good pose. I got to remember that one.
That's a great pose.
Yeah, to show the watch because you got to be thinking about that. That's actually really good. I'm gonna remember that one. It's a bit, I don't know, it's a tad arrogant looking or something if I do it, but it definitely
She keeps
works.
her nails very short. That's interesting. She's a beautiful.
Perhaps she
creature.
plays piano or something.
Maybe she does. She's also got a bit of a fun little potty mouth in interviews.
Oh, she's hilarious. I love her. Yeah. Yes, let's take a look at more of her style.
Wow.
This is some event.
That's
the
very
images.
fashiony. Very fashion forward.
Very Oscar night.
Uh-huh.
Where would you say that is? Somewhat in the Bagley Mishka or Dolce kind of world. Who designed that?
Yeah, it looks a little more dolce to me.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. The gloves make it. If she wasn't
Yeah, I
wearing the
love the
gloves,
gloves,
I would
yeah.
just say ugly
Yeah.
dress, honestly.
I would say ugly dress too. The gloves.
It's
make it good.
Dior.
Yeah, it makes it fashion.
Dior.
Oh, Dior, of course.
She's at
But
the
yeah.
premiere of June 12, 30. The attending. What is it? No Hard Feelings is the movie. I can't tell from this paragraph, but yes, it's Dior. It's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
And it goes
necessarily
all the
doing
way
any
down.
favors, but it's very fashiony.
It's very
Yeah.
fashiony. It's very intent. There's a lot of intent there. I don't know what's happening there.
Let's
Oh
try
my.
this.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I don't want to see thighs through sheer dresses. Just wear a short dress. I don't like that personally.
Yeah,
No.
this looks
And I
like
hated that
costumery.
hair era of hers. Can I speak to your manager haircut? Why did she ever do that with her hair?
Yeah, she
It's
needs like
Was
a
it
so
for a
whisker.
roll?
just-
Maybe it was for a roll.
No, it wasn't. No. I don't remember her ever having a roll where her hair was like that.
She's like,
I think
time
it was
out,
just
kids. Yeah, she
No,
looks
I
like
don't-
a coach.
Whoever was styling her hair was trying to sabotage her looks, I think.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe just appeal to the lesbian population.
I don't think they like it either.
They'd love her though.
Because she's feminine. So it's like if you're a feminine lesbian, then they want like you to look feminine in that hair. It's
Yeah,
not
maybe
that you
so.
can't be it's not that you can't look feminine with the short hair, but she's got a very wide face. She's got very square jaw. So with that hair, it becomes kind of masculine.
This pose. I want to practice this pose.
You can't see the watch though. You have to tilt yourself the other way.
I know I'd have to get the camera in a totally different angle. One to be
Maybe try
remembered.
it. Maybe try it with like a couple of your fingers, like in the prayer position, so it looks a little more masculine.
Oh, like this.
Kind of like the like you're
Like that.
thinking, yeah.
Like I'm
exactly.
thinking, very pensive.
Going like
Got
this
it,
is a
got
little
it.
bit like Christmas portrait,
Yeah. This is a little beyond Thunderdome for my
but
taste.
you're practicing.
Yeah.
This
too
outfit, I
costumey.
don't say.
It's too costumery for me. But she's looking to make a statement. What was she on? Catching Fire. Okay, I don't. Oh, the Hunger Games. Oh, it was for the Hunger Games. So she was a superhero of sorts, right? There you go. Okay. Yeah. Love Jennifer Lawrence though.
Sorry, guys, I'm very distracted by other stuff here going on.
That's okay.
So, what are we doing here? What should we move on to some? We'll move on to something else. There's another actor here. How do you say his name? Roger Jean Page. He is representing Longines now. Also, you sent me this link, Michaela. Good-looking guy, and doing the Longines thing. This watch here is this little moon face. Love Longines, man. I gotta add a Longines.
Looks so good. I love that. He was in what I've seen him in is Bridgerton, which is a Netflix.
Yeah, he was the hottie for the moment when that show came out.
Season 1. And you know what? He was great in it. And very handsome, masculine guy. And I think he looks really good with his watch on.
Yeah, looks good.
Yeah, good looking watch. Who else we got? We got Tom Brady,
Oh boy.
the watch of the week. Let me see here.
He's one of the most boring people, and they're trying to turn him into a personality with these commercials he does. And his acting is very Mr. Herman, Mr. P.W. Herman. It's so bad.
So he's wearing this big pilot challenge. This
Yeah.
what is it
IWC.
called? The Mojave Desert one. You know, when the moon swatches hit the market, a lot of people got excited about the Saturn, about the Jupiter, because it had this kind of look. People started putting it on a NATO to give it that look. It was like the poor man's IWC Mojave Desert. Yeah. Adrian Barker was a big fan of this watch, but didn't buy one because they're 12 grand or 10 grand or something. So instead, he fitted a Jupiter on his on one of his NATOs, and it kind of came out looking similar to this kind of thing. Yeah, big watch. Look, it's a big pilot. So even on a guy, what is he? 6'3", 6'4"?
He's a big guy.
Yeah, looks good though.
I like that Longines, the pilot, was it called like the Majestic or the Magitech? Do you know that one? It's a brand new Longines. It's beautiful. I would prefer that. I think IWC are such boring looking watches.
They're very simple. This is a pilot looking watch, so it's got to be real. Looks like a dial in a Spitfire or something, right? Yeah. It's got to have that simplicity to it.
I hate the Victorian.
I mean, of course, then there's the Portugueser, which I assume like. The
Yeah,
Portuguese, you've
sure.
seen my
Yeah, I do.
gold, my solid
Yeah, I
gold
like it.
one, and the
Yeah.
Portofino. But then on the other side, they have these big pilots, that huge crown. Look at that monster big pilot crown right there.
Yeah,
That's
that's a
crazy.
big crown. I'm not a big fan of those crowns. I think they're weird. They look Victorian era.
It's so you can turn it with gloves on, with pilot's gloves on, you know.
I like it. I don't see anything wrong with it, and I like the coloring.
I
I
do
think it's
too.
I think it's very interesting. My eye's drawn to it.
Yeah, I'm a fan. I really like it. I would wear one. And then we have his style, some of his style. Here he is with Giselle, right? Back in the day.
Well, she's ravishing.
He dropped the ball with that one.
Oof.
Get it? Get it?
But a bump. He deflated the ball.
Yeah.
Machine, in
That's so
case you
sad.
probably have no idea, he was in this thing called Deflategate, whereas
Uh-huh.
him and the Patriots were accused of deflating the pressure, the PSI of the football to their advantage because he was on a team that continuously won the Super Bowl. I don't like football, American football either, but I know that.
Yeah, I mean, what is she? 6 foot tall, so he's definitely 6'4", 6'5". Beautiful
He's a
looking
bit
couple. I
bigger.
mean, he's a super handsome guy. Nice
Yeah.
get up there, looking good. No,
Yeah, he's got a
Look-
cummerbund on, which it works on some guys, not
This
on
is kind
others.
of an older picture, though, right?
Yeah, it's old. It's 2008.
I feel like for the time.
Yeah.
yeah, for the
looking
time.
good.
Yeah.
That's at the Met Gala. Amazing. Now they only wear like boxes with spray paint on them instead of back then where they wore a gown and a tuxedo. Now you have to go there wearing a barbed wire and bird poop ensemble.
I feel like
Turn-
social media is what has kind of pushed that to the extreme because
Totally.
people
Totally.
just need bigger and crazier because we just our eyes are constantly flooded with more and more flashy things that we would never see in real life. So people get bored.
Yeah. I think he is the epitome of all American boring.
Yeah, I hate that suit.
So
it looks
boring.
So bad on him.
It's like Army Hammer, who's way sexier than this guy because he's obviously a dangerous pervert, but acquitted on all
So
charges.
weird.
Where's his career? Nowhere still. This guy's got this is like Army Hammer's really boring American collegiate brother, But look at her though, tiny little sequins, cocktail dress, tall like Giselle the Gazelle. Look at her, she's just ridiculous.
So beautiful. It almost distracts from how frumpy he looks here.
Yeah, he's invisible.
He looks frumpy and his hair just looks stupid. I don't know.
He's so boring.
I'm not crazy about him.
Now, why did they break up? Because she was bored?
Actually, correct me if you know better, but what I heard was that, or it was everywhere, and I don't watch American football either, and I also don't really follow supermodels and all that, but it was very publicized. Basically, she wanted him to retire and spend time with the family, and he didn't. And then so she left him. Like there was an ultimatum, and it's sad that it was so public, but whatever.
Everything's public now.
And then he ended up retiring like a year later, and it was too late, and it's already over. It's just so sad. But
not to throw a log on the fire, but he had a child with Bridget Moynihan, who is an absolutely stunning woman, and she got pregnant, and he told her to get rid of it. And they had no relationship whatsoever. And Giselle brought her into their family unit with their child because she said that's not how people behave. And now both of his exes are very good friends, which I think says
That's
a lot about Giselle as a person. Wow.
It's very mature.
Very mature. He's so milquetoast and boring. And look at that. He's got an Oxford shirt on. Guys, don't wear Oxford shirts until you're 75 and you write for the Saturday Evening Post. Just button down collars and why don't you put a tie clip really high? And he's got that looks like he went and bought a suit at Macy's. That's what that.
Yeah, especially with the weights. If my eyes aren't deceiving me, the way it's just bunching at the ankle.
Yeesh.
Like he's got a fat ankle monitor on. I don't know. It's
Yeah, it's boring. Boring. Yeah.
These are all Met
looking a
Gala
little
photos.
better.
Yeah.
Looking a little more cleaned up here.
A little bit better. His hair's too long, but better.
This guy evolves. Look at his face shape. My God.
He's
it's
older.
like two different levels.
He's got
One big long straight line and then this back jaw creeping out from behind it. Crazy.
This is just 2 years later, 2010. Okay. Yeah.
The two
Who's
of them.
that? Is that him?
That's her and him.
Look at her
That's
there. Jesus.
Yeah, so pretty.
Oh, she's radiant.
Alexander McQueen. And look at that sloppy mess who just got off the M17 bus. So on his way to his bro's wedding. Yo, what's
he
up,
has
bro?
a court date. That's
He's got
kind
a court
of awesome.
date.
Yeah, a friend's wedding, a court date. You know, he definitely just rented that real quick on the way over.
Oh my God.
Joe, I like your suit, bro. Where'd you get that? Men's Warehouse. Where else? Yeah, it's very Men's Warehouse. And she is a ravishing beauty beyond compare.
How can she be wearing something so perfectly tailored to the gods, then he's just wearing the Front Master 3000? I don't know.
Jesus Christ,
That's
like
how can
Joseph Abood or something?
And what was
hideous.
he doing with his hair era? You know, I actually don't mind if guys want to do the long hair thing. If they can either look majestic like Thor or they're kind of like the rocker style. If they can pull it off, good for you. But if you can't, that's what you look like.
Yeah, he was really into those Creed records. That's his problem.
He looks like a little baby with his face. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what? I won't attack like their facial features and that kind of stuff. But his style was not good.
That's also
still there.
A double-breasted jacket with a ticket pocket, which is very unusual. Usually, it's a.
Is that a ticket pocket? Is that what that's called?
Yeah, that's called a ticket pocket. Yeah. Good boy, though.
Fucking
Look at
encyclopedia.
you. Look at that.
Yeah, this is a little bit better, Oisin. Yeah, this is a little bit better than the last suit we saw. But you know what? He is always redeemed with his gorgeous, stunning bride on his arm.
I mean, my God, she's.
Yeah, he's a sports icon, and he's got
Look at
that
that.
standing next to him.
Bow tie.
It's like no one's looking at me tonight anyway. Look at the bow tie; it's enormous.
It's
Now,
so
I'm
bad.
going to tell you
Dirk,
right now.
Is that the one you like? The kind of tie you like?
No, this is not the kind of tie I like, and it's from. I'll guarantee you 100% that it's all Tom Ford because he's wearing Tom's classic velvet smoking jacket. Tom was going through this big phase where he loved the big poofy 1971 bow tie. But look at the tailoring on this thing. It's a mess. He should have gone to the atelier and had everything done there. But no, he had his guy do it. Go, well, make it a little roomier in the pants, will you? I guarantee you that this is Tom Ford. Can you see what it is?
Let me see.
She's wearing Givenchy. Well, of course she is. Why wouldn't she?
Of course.
What year is this? 2012. What year did? Oh, Hubert de Givenchy was still alive then, so he probably pinned that on her.
Kyle D says yes, it's all Tom Ford.
Yeah, I could just tell it's Tom Ford. I could smell him a mile away, and it could and should look extraordinary on him, and it does not.
Do you see just how wide the words are escaping me? But the end of his pants. Do you see how much space there is?
Yeah,
I don't know what he's got hiding in there, but
when he shows up, does he grant you 3 wishes? Because those are genie pants.
So on point, Dirk. You're right.
This is too much. You guys are killing me tonight. Is that true? Carla Martin, in fairness, he grew his hair long for her. Is that a fact?
No.
How do you know that?
Isn't Giselle Brazilian? I think she's Brazilian.
She is. She's Brazilian. Yeah.
She is. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely, she is. Yeah, he should have quit football for her because she's a goddess.
Well, I mean, it's such a hard thing. Like, you have to quit your career, everything you care about, and but you also love your family. Like, it's so crazy to be put in that position. Like there couldn't have been some compromise, more time spent at home. It's really too bad to see a beautiful family broken up like that. That's really too bad.
Horrible.
And the fact that even like a year or so later he did retire, but it was too late. That's so That's so
I just
too
heard
bad.
today
I
that
really wish she would have forgiven him after he retired later. And I really wish she would have forgiven him after he retired later. And 'cause
I
that's a
just
whole
heard today
family to
that
break up.
Natalie Portman is splitting with her husband. He cheated on her with a 25-year-old.
Okay, then yeah, leave.
I'm
Honestly,
like, what? How can you cheat on Natalie
infidelity is.
Portman? Oh my god, she's so
That's the
stunning.
thing
You know,
is, it's
because
just.
men are idiots. You show me the most beautiful girl in the world, I'll show you the guy who's tired of, it's
They don't.
terrible.
I feel like men don't. I don't know, not a man, but I feel like it's they don't really cheat just because they don't think their woman's attractive. It's for novelty.
It's for insecurity.
Yeah.
It's
So
it's 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 all about can I, could I, it's not that he's just a horny bastard and he's looking to cheat on his beautiful wife. It's just he's looking for validation. It's psychological why men do that. So it's not just because he's a horny asshole. But sorry, that's Eyebash's chat.
Do
What
you
do we
like
think?
this
Yeah,
trench
that's
coat?
eyebash. Do you like the trench coat?
Yes, I do, and it looks like it's Hermes. Is that Hermes?
it's a
Looks
good
like the
choice with
classic
the
Hermes.
scarf too.
Yeah, I mean, sure, I don't mind a gorgeous rain trench. Beautiful. He looks very thick on him, though. He's a quarterback. He's a slimmer guy. Yeah, he looks cool. I think he looks cool. He's a big dude. I mean, I love a classic trench.
Yes, it's a great way to elevate your casual style in the fall, in the winter,
Yeah.
on a rainy
Beautiful
day.
horn buttons, and it's beautiful. Belt is right. Everything about it's right.
Let's move over to Rafael Nadal. We'll finish with him. He is representing
Richard Mille.
Richard Mille. There is actually a model called the Nadal, and there's a baby Nadal. He's very famous to having. He wore, I believe, the $1 million one. This one at the Grand Slam when he won. That's $1 million. That watch. Now that's $1 million
Wow.
from Richard Mille.
Yeah.
If you get the call. A friend of mine who was here in town, the guy who stays at the Amman Hotel. Last time he came, I didn't actually see him that time. But he had the baby Nadal.
Oh,
He's
really?
like, you think it's safe in Venice to be wearing $1 million watch? I said, you know what, dude, you're at the fucking Amman. You probably all have $1 million watches on, so don't worry about it. But this is, if you get the call, it's $1 million, but no one's getting that call. So you're talking 1.5, maybe 2 on the market for this thing. It's the RM 2704. I mean, I know what you guys are going to say about this stuff, but when you see, I think it all makes sense with Nadal because look at him. He's out playing with the watch on.
Yeah.
It's a sport. Because it's a sporty watch. Now, if you forget the price for a minute, this is a cool watch for playing sports because it can handle all of that impact.
Right. Why not just put on a Timex?
Well, because you're Rafael Nadal.
Why do these watches cost that much money? I mean, I understand like real estate is not commensurate with real life earnings, and jewels. Well, jewels generally are, but why are these non-precious, metally, plasticky, graphite? Why are they worth $1 million?
There's a few. Well, I mean, for one, they're not worth $1 million.
No,
in the sense that nothing is worth that, right? Okay, we know that, but you would get $1 million if you were to sell it at least. Yes, they're built amazingly. They have proprietary parts. They have incredible technology in them. They're very, very beautifully built watches. Also, very, very few watches. They make about 4,000 a year, as opposed to like Audemars Piguet make about 50 to 60,000 a year, which is still a very few watches. You're talking 4,000 watches a year. I think they only made 40 of these. And listen, it's all about exclusivity. It's all about the name. It's all about the fact that these guys wear them. It's genius marketing. Once you put them on the wrists of the extremely famous and extremely important, and it becomes a status symbol, then all cards are off the table then. It doesn't matter what it is, how well it's built. It's everyone wants it,
I don't get it.
So, I mean, it looks like his outfits that he picks for whatever job he's doing, tennis, is that what it is? It looks like the colorfulness goes with him. And so I get it in that way. He seems to be kind of, he likes his bright yellow, blue,
Always.
purple,
Lots
you
of
know.
orange. She loves
So
orange.
in that sense, I
Short
get it.
shorts.
And if you're wearing a sporty watch, I understand it has to be practical. This is not practical. I mean, obviously, we just discussed the price, but it's kind of one of those things you do just because you can. But that doesn't justify to
Show
me
that.
how ugly it is. It's really bad.
They're
I've seen
so ugly.
uglier Richard Meals, but it is ugly.
This is the
That is
ugliest
one of
Richard Mille.
this is really bad. The one he is wearing is a little bit simpler, but it's ugly. I'm not going to say it's not ugly just because it's cool that he can wear such an
It looks
expensive
like
watch.
a candy corn. It looks like candy corn from Halloween. And the rest
Yeah,
of them
but
look
doesn't
like
it work?
Fez.
It
Doesn't
looks
it
like
work
a
right there?
Tamagotchi. I don't know
Yeah,
if
but there's no
anyone's
reason why he can't wear a swatch that does that. It's just because it's, you know, that'll work. It's not going to break during his tennis match, even though his first serve percentage rate is 98%. I don't know. Listen, I'm not a fan of this guy at all. He's a great sportsman. He's an incredible champion. I always hated his personal style because it's short shorts and shiny, vibrant, colorful things. And then he had to top it off and put the Moschino cherry on the top of Richard Mille, which are just so ugly. It's just,
just
so
not.
ugly.
It's not very tasteful. You know.
I mean, you know what? There's a whole, listen, in the tennis world, there's like the Roger guys, and then there's the Rafa guys. And it took me years to actually admit that Rafa was as great as he was. Rafa, you know, Roger's now third in line for all-time Grand Slam wins, Djokovic being number one. But besides the point, everybody can't stand him. Rafa's a great champion, and he's a terrific ambassador, and he grew into being this incredible sportsman and gentleman. And listen, I don't think anybody ever heard of Richard Mille before he put one on his wrist. I don't think anyone ever did, because I certainly didn't. And boom, it's Richard Mille owns. They owe him everything. He's their ambassador since day one. Because how long have they been on the market?
Not for long.
No,
Like,
I think it's.
I don't know in total. I don't know in total, but they've had notoriety now for about 5 years maximum.
Yeah,
you know. But it really shot to the top. I mean, it just became the it watch of today. A lot of people predicted that it would fall eventually. That it would be, they ugly. Like in 10 years, people will look back and laugh at the fact that people were all mad about these watches. So it was just a kind of a thing in the moment. Although it continues. I mean, as the market softened, they softened, but still not that much. You know, they're not going for under list, not even close to it yet. So it's a fad. What are you going to do? It's like that's the best situation I've ever seen them in. On the court with, you know, on a sweaty arm,
sure,
tennis racket, you know, that's it. When you see some guy in the Excelsior Hotel in Lido with a suit on and wearing that, then things get a little bit weird. But then in that
I would
case,
be highly disappointed at his choice. I'd be, you just want everybody to think, you're more well endowed than everyone. It's an insecurity blanket to me. Like to wear that kind of a ridiculous, because it's not like wearing that beautiful Rolex green dial pink gold president, which is just,
right.
If you saw that, you'd be like, oh my God, look at that guy. Look at this cut of that suit. Look at that watch. Then you see this guy and you just go, douche. I would say douche.
What you said about the setting being the best setting to wear that, and also be flexing at the same time, I can agree with that. I still think it's ugly.
It's ugly.
Yeah, it's not good for my eyes. It's not good looking for my eyes, but to someone else perhaps. But yeah,
guys, sub to Michaela's channel. There's the link right in the chat. I'll pull it up on the screen. Michaela de Chatillon, go over there and sub if you like what you hear, like what you see. She's talking about style and elegance and all sorts of interesting stuff, and you'll learn a lot about the right shoes, the right jackets, the right pants to purchase. It's a great channel, and congratulations again on it growing so fast, Michaela. Great show, guys.
Thank you.
Really good stuff. And of course, audience, you should be subbing to the Watch Fashion Police channel, which I'll now put the link in for you as well, because eventually I won't be doing these on this channel anymore. So you'll be missing all these episodes if you don't do that. So there's the link. Miss out, guys. Get over there and sub. It's going out live on the same channel right now as we speak, so it's not like you'll miss anything. Awesome stuff. Maybe we'll do Mad Men next week. I don't know if you're on a trip next week. Are you, Michaela?
Yeah, I will be gone until the 28th.
So when you return, it will be Mad Men night.
Okay.
Fantastic.
I'll brush up on my Mad Men on the plane.
Yeah, we'd love it.
Yeah, let's do that. You're going to Vienna, right?
Yes, I am. Looking forward to it.
How many songs how many people have put Vienna in a song of theirs?
Do.
You go straight for that one, of course.
The British, of course, yeah.
I only know of Vienna by, what is it, Billy Joel? Is that him?
But it's Ultravox. Oh, Vienna. You don't know that one? Mm-mm. I never knew that, like I'm pretty familiar with Billy Joel. Like, Good Night, what is it called? Hello, Vienna, Good Night, Vienna. What is it called? I missed
Michaela, you're a fan of him?
Not necessarily. I've just never been interested in him specifically. Not crazy about the song.
He would
either.
totally be
That's just the only one
you.
I know. That's the only one I know that has the word Vienna in it.
Yeah. There's a bunch.
Well, enjoy your trip over there.
Yeah,
I might take a hop over myself to see my bro. So if that happens, I'll let you know. But if not, enjoy yourself there. Guys, great show. And I suppose we'll be back after you come back, after the 28th, whatever the following Monday is. And we'll do Mad Men. I'm actually looking forward to that one. Thanks again for a great show, everybody. Thanks for any super chats in the audience. And see you all again soon.